Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Learn How to Represent Yourself in the Private for the Public course. And if you're joining the YouTube channel, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. So I am Minister Dion, and let's just get to it.
Greetings, everyone. I am Minister Sam, and we are going to get started.
But before we do, we need to lay this disclaimer. The information being shared today is not legal advice. Everything will solely be for inspirational, motivational, and educational purposes. My partner and I are not attorneys, lawyers, CPAs, tax specialists, or any of the like. You are responsible for any advice you choose to take from this presentation. We reserve all rights, liberties, and religion.
All right. How a private individual can create a trust without an attorney. So let's see, there is no law that requires an attorney to create a trust agreement in the United States. I wonder if you knew that, who's watching this. Trust creation falls under contract and property law. And as long as the legal requirements are met, a private individual can lawfully create a trust without the assistance of attorney. Let's try to dive a little deeper. So, when it comes to like the legal foundations for self-created trust, a trust is essentially a contractual agreement. According to contract law and trust law, anyone who is of sound mind and legal age can create a trust, so long as it meets the basic legal requirements of the following: intent to create a trust res, which is the property that you would be placing into the trust, an identifiable beneficiary or beneficiaries, a trustee, and a lawful purpose. So if you can gather those 5 things, then you can represent yourself. As of today, we are representing ourselves. And for educational purposes, we assist private living beings who are willing and able to express their intentions, because it's all about intentions. Our mission is to support those who are ready to stand in their own power, those seeking to learn proper standing, represent themselves confidently, and reclaim their inherent and human rights. We empower individuals to research, understand, and exercise their rights to self-governance and to assert their equitable rights in protecting their life, liberty, and assets. How hard can that be, right? Especially if you have someone guiding you. With a sound mind, you have the capacity to act on your own behalf in a variety of legal roles, such as holding power of attorney, serving as attorney in fact, or representing yourself as sejurish, pro se, or in propria persona. As you can tell, we're trying to build your confidence in just sharing this little bit of information we have learned. So, are you aware that a person may possess the knowledge to practice law, but without a required license or bar admission? Legal researchers are not recognized as a licensed legal professional under state regulatory framework. However, the right to practice law, particularly on one's own behalf, is distinct from the privilege of representing others as a licensed attorney. This distinction is often misunderstood or intentionally, as we know it, blurred and not taught in public schools. Are you a living person or a legal entity? One of the most foundational yet frequently overlooked legal concepts is the distinction between a natural person and a legal entity. In many modern legal and commercial systems, this line is not clearly drawn, allowing courts and administrative agencies to assert jurisdiction over what we call living beings or individuals as they as though they are legal fictions unless this presumption is properly rebutted. So you have to know how to rebut these presumptions because we don't even know they exist. So you have assumptions and presumptions that exist, and we teach you how to maneuver yourselves through that. So under traditional legal principles, especially within common law, natural law, and certain constitutional frameworks, a natural person is acknowledged as a sovereign being with inherent rights. A sovereign being, not a sovereign citizen, just a sovereign being. You're breathing, you're sovereign. Um, by contrast, a legal entity is a creation of statute, contract, or commercial law and is governed accordingly. So if you're acting as a legal entity, this is why they have jurisdiction over you. Some questions that we like to compare is that attorneys will ask you simple questions like, have you ever used or had a trust before? Does your current estate plan take advantage of many credits and exemptions? Are your children accurately provided for? I'm going to skip a few. Do you wish to apply some of your assets in special ways? Those are the basic questions that even me asking you, you don't even understand what I'm saying. And have you even thought of those things? We go a little further and we try to bring out the best in you before you even think of what you want to do or strategize. So questions we may ask, do you know who you are? Like, are you a person or you're a citizen or you're a living being? What is jurisdiction? Like, do you know the definition of that? What is law versus legal? We go over proprietary persona versus per se. There is a difference, and you can look up some of these. And my favorite one is literally number 9. What is capitis diminutio maxima versus capitis diminutio minima? These are things that you could think about and take a screenshot and go research it and then book a call.
So you may choose us as your guide because you want to feel involved in the creation of your trust. You want your intentions embedded in the trust and not in attorneys or ours. This is really your baby. It is your creation and it is your energy, which is your legacy going into this. You do not want to hire an attorney because you know they work for the bar and it's usually in their best interest, not yours. You feel as though something greater is not being taught to you, you know, that feeling that comes up inside, like you just feel so disconnected from the trust. And if you're out there and you have had trust created with someone and you are not connecting with it, meaning you don't know your role in it, you feel like you don't even know how to operate with it on a daily basis, you can definitely book a call with us because we will help you navigate how to show up even if you are not a part of that trust creation. You know, you may be fed up with researching between all the gurus of who you want to work with and you want to choose us because it may feel aligned with your soul and spirit. Everybody is not for everybody. And we're showing you through this course that we want you to learn in the private how to show up in the public. And we specialize in making sure that you and your energy are a part of your creation, you're co creating with this physical manifestation of the trust. You recognize that you can self govern, but you need to know how because most of us have been governed by governments and not stepping into our full rightful place as the boss in our reality. And this is putting you back in the pilot seat to do that. You want to learn how to operate without a social security number. That is, it doesn't matter which jurisdiction you're in. That could also be a SIN number, a NIN number. We help you to be able to create these trusts without using that governmental employee number. And you're willing to do the work because you understand that this is going to require your energy into this manifestation of the physical trust. And side note, attorneys cannot guarantee you results of trial, but we can guarantee that your trust will be manifested based on your intentions. So, if you are thinking of working with us, uh, if you're thinking of working with us, here are the benefits of the trust that we help you create. So we have the family trust, business trust. You could do both or private family foundation. We do offer other trusts which are not shared here. So be sure to reach out to us. Our information's in the description below or wherever you are tuning in from. You can email us and we'll share that email at the end of these slides. So between your uh, family trust and business trust, your family foundation, these are all operated privately. They're unincorporated, they're non statutory. You're going to use for the family trust and business trust the Form 1041. It's asset protected. You could deduct up to 100% of its net income. You can give, donate, attach life insurance policies to these. They're bulletproof as long as you know how to show up for yourself, and we teach you that. The business trust is crypto that has, we can give additional info if you have brokerage accounts or, any forms of decentralized banking. We can help you with that process of making those connections. And with the private family foundations, you can receive donations and make grants. So you can look at the differences, you can screenshot it. And if you have questions about any of these aspects of each trust that were mentioned, and very important piece with the family trust, you live through it and donate. With the business, you earn and disperse. And with the private family foundation, you give and build a legacy. So if you do have questions that have come up as you are hearing this part, go ahead, write it down and prepare to use that to get on a call with us. So all of our trust packages include most of this info, but you will see that this is family trust only. So the last will and testament and the deed of reconveyance is for the family trust only. But all the other trust packages will have the Schedule A, Schedule B, draft the minutes, trust affirmation, certificate of trust, special meeting minutes, indenture and declaration, beneficial certificate of shares, introductory letter for the bank, hold a harmless indemnity agreement, and you have your drafted intentions letter from the grantor. Our trust packages also include 3 guidance calls. You could see that on each call we have a somewhat of a itinerary for the meeting to make sure that we're staying organized, on point, and helping you to get through the process of drafting and creating your physical trust. So that first call is going to be the establishment of the EIN. We strategize, answer any questions regarding the trust. Once the call is completed, you'll fill out a questionnaire before the second call. Second call comes in. We do an overview of the trust documents, answer any questions, finish up any open strategies. In your You must review and read your trust before our third call. So at this point in time, you will, depending on the trust package you have a thumb drive mailed out that is going to be having all of your trust package documents included in there. We do not share your documents over the web. So you will have it in a private, secure thumb drive. And at this point, we want you to ask yourself, what else do you need in order to feel confident to move forward by this third call coming in? And by the third call, you would have received your thumbnail and we'll answer any questions about the trust docs. And this is your final chance to ask any questions that will help you feel more confident in your day to day operations with your trust. So, we really make sure that you feel good and secure with your trust. We don't want to leave you hanging. And of course, in this process, we give you courses. The Cosmic School of Trust is a multi-dimensional way about you learning about universal law, divine law, common law, constitutional law through these courses. So you are literally learning a lot about yourself, how to operate from a private lens in the public, how to really show up for yourself confidently. So, course one is teaching you about the power of trust. And Minister Sam and I really put our all into these courses. And people that have walked away, you can look at other testimonies that are shared via our YouTube channel. People really walk away feeling confident, almost to the point of duplication, in the sense where they feel confident to teach their children. That is the whole point. And anyone else playing in the roles that were required in the trust creation, people feel really confident. And that's what we want you to feel by having these courses a part of your journey, because we just wasn't taught this in school. So we have the school here for you. Course two, Breaking the Illusion of the Game. Course three, The Art of Trust, where we get creative. Course four, Your Power, Benefits, Roles, and Trust. Course five, Stewardship, Management, and Funding. Course six, we got together with people from the community, people that were interested in the Cosmic School of Trust, and we put a poll out for them to send all their questions in. And we gathered up those questions and we took the time to create this course specifically to ask, to give the community an opportunity to ask questions. And we answered all the questions within course six. And we went over the next steps. So, course seven is going into trust fund baby. We may hear that word out there, and we're wondering, what does that really mean? Some of us wonder why we not trust fund babies and all that. So we cover that in this course. Once you complete the courses, you will complete a short quiz. We want to make sure you are walking away knowing your roles in a trust, knowing what you need to create next when you get on the calls with us. And we share those next steps within the courses, and then you graduate with a certificate. So we thank you all for your time and your energy. If you have any questions, anything that is sitting on your heart, and you feel that this is right up your alley for you, then please email us at cosmicschooloftrust@gmail.com. And please look in the description and feel free to use that area to learn more information. If you're on this YouTube channel, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you. We would love to hear from you. Until next time.